Hey, Dan Meyer, and today I'm going to bring you the great video chat face-off. The topic for today is a discussion on the different apps that we're using to do video chats, primarily for business, and trying to do networking, trying to deliver content, trying to have online conferences and events. These are the most common ones that we're using right now, and I'll talk about a few of them. Of course, we probably all know Skype. Maybe we don't know so much about Facebook Rooms. We probably know a lot about Zoom, maybe not so much about Streamyard. Have you thought about House Party and even using FaceTime to be able to do business? So we'll talk about those apps today and do a face-off, meaning which ones are the best places for us to show off our face when we do business. So I've been using these tools for years. I think I used Skype when it first came out, well over a decade ago. I've been doing video conferencing for as long as I can remember. We've had the ability to do video conferencing. Back when I worked at Wells Fargo, we used to do a lot of teleconferences and then occasionally started mixing in video. Once I set up my own business in the Philippines, did even more video conferencing, really used a lot of Skype. Found out about Zoom recently, started using that much more. A couple other things I've been using even more, like Streamyard. I'll talk about those as I've grown my business and what I've done to be able to go from my own corporate world to leaving that behind. 10 years ago, I set up my own business, starting as a solopreneur, adding staff, growing my business to over 100 employees, making over $1 million a year, primarily through virtual solutions. So my team works remotely, most of them from home, working for clients all across the world. And we are heavy users of video conferencing to do team meetings, to do training, to work with our clients to solve problems, even doing some customer service through video conferencing. So I have a lot of experience in using these. So I'm going to share with you some of those tips as we go through this. Really, the cool thing about online video conferencing is, of course, we don't have to go there in person. And it's amazing, the one thing that I've noticed since most of us have been working from home, the last couple months, I've had so much more time to get things done. I've had super productive days because I'm not going to and from meetings. Now, I do miss meetings, and I do think there's a lot of value in in-person meetings. As far as having to run your business remotely, we've proven that you can do it. And for those of you who've been doing this for a while, those of you who are used to the idea of video conferencing, you probably all have Skype. And Skype's got some pros and cons. It's always been most effective for business, I think, when you're doing a small number of people, a few people. You're trying to do maybe interviews, you're trying to do small team meetings, you're trying to have a simple staff meeting, just to be able to talk. There are a lot of features you can do with Skype that you can pay for, or that you can rely on some of the free ones that aren't quite as good as the other ones. I almost think like Skype was first to market, but they really haven't done anything to really make themselves stand out. They have invested a lot in video quality and trying to clean things up, which is really important for me, given that I have people all over the world that I'm talking with. But I find that even though I used Skype a lot early on, I kind of soured on it, and I haven't given them a chance to win me back. But they do have a free version. They do have low-cost features if you want to upgrade. They do allow you to do file sharing. So it's not as bad as some people remember it being. But that said, they haven't actually done a lot to win it back. But most people think they still have probably overall the best video quality because they've been doing it the longest, have invested in that. So let's talk about Facebook Rooms. I think Facebook Rooms is kind of cool because they're new to the market. They're trying some things to make it a little more fun, a little more casual. I know Zoom is like the place to go, especially if you're having big events, 100+ people in attendance. But Zoom is going to worry, I think, a little bit about Facebook, because Facebook's put it right in their app, right in the Messenger app. You can do it. You can invite people right through Messenger. I think you can invite 8 people right now, but they have plans to get up to 50. It's free and there's no time limit. So if you're having casual conversations, if you're having fun, if you're trying to do something that's a little more team building, a little less formal, you're not necessarily trying to share PowerPoints, but you're just having conversations, check out Facebook Rooms. I think it's pretty cool. It's going to get some traction and going to be fun. I think the next one that's kind of cool is FaceTime, right? We probably don't think of FaceTime for business, but a lot of us are on Facebook doing business through Facebook. So maybe we start using Facebook FaceTime more often. It's the best as far as privacy and security, right? It's right there. It's easy to use. It's not something you have to worry about people, bombing or hacking like with Zoom. I think that the video quality is really strong. Obviously, Apple put a lot invested in this. So if you both have iPhones, or even a group of people have iPhones, you can do FaceTime. They have the best security. They're kind of an overlooked option when it comes to video conferencing. Another one I hadn't heard about until recently, and I checked out, it's kind of cool, it's called House Party. It says it right there in their name, right? It's good for social events. If you're doing team building, you're doing some kind of social, business after hours, networking. It's interactive, it has live video chat options, it can be integrated into your friends list easily. They put some effort into trying to make it something that you can do primarily through Facebook. There are text options as well as live video. It's mainly marketed towards college students and younger demographics, so you may not have heard of it if you're established in business, but it's something worth checking out. It could be fun. It could be a different way to do things. Zoom has gotten to be the point where everyone thinks Zoom is like, oh, another Zoom call, another Zoom call. Using House Party or maybe even Facebook Rooms could liven things up a little bit. So if you're looking to do something a little more fun, check out House Party. One of my favorites is Streamyard. Came across this a few months ago. It's the best professional delivery service, right, for conferences. It has some good pros and some pretty unfortunate cons. It's easily integrated with Facebook and YouTube. If you stream things through Streamyard, whoever is controlling the page can be visibly seen through, I think it's up to 5 different Facebook groups at the same time, or Facebook pages. So if you have multiple Facebook pages, you can stream to them, and then people can also share the stream, right? So this is the best way to get your content out to a mass audience, and to make things be a little viral when you're using Facebook primarily. You can also stream right live to YouTube, so if you have a big YouTube following. However, at this point, to the best of my knowledge, there is no way that you can stream to Instagram. So that's kind of a limitation there if you're an Instagram heavy business. You can have up to 6 guests, so you can have 6 different speakers. You can bounce back and forth. I've seen this used most effectively when you have a set group of speakers and all the question and answers can be done through text or comments. It's not like Zoom where everyone can jump into any conversation. So if you want to control the conversation, StreamYard's better than Zoom. If you're going to have set speakers and you want an audience to be interactive but not to actually take over the screen, StreamYard is better. So if you're doing professional delivery of content, if you're a trainer or a public speaker, or you're giving some kind of keynote, or you're running some kind of meeting where basically you have a primary speaker, StreamYard is by far the best option. The free plan has limited options. I did upgrade to the paid plan because I wanted to take advantage of everything, especially the ability to share across multiple Facebook pages. I've used this a lot. I love it. StreamYard is right now my favorite app. But overall, let's get to the big one on the block, right? The best overall video chat app is still Zoom. Even though we're all completely tired of going on Zoom conferences, Zoom works. They invested early, they made it work really well, and they fixed bugs as they popped up. Zoom works. It just works, and everyone's using it. Too bad we didn't buy stock in Zoom back in December 2019, right? Because their stock shot up like something from 10 million users to 300 million users in 3 months. And who has that kind of growth, right? So best overall video chat, if you're going to do a large group, if you want a lot of interactivity, if you're trying to make it easy for everyone to understand how to use, Zoom works. I don't love Zoom's ability to comment. Most people don't see it when there's comments. I don't like the way Zoom you can have different people bounce back and forth if they don't have the microphone on. It's hard to control that as a controller, especially if you're a speaker and a controller. Trying to do both is difficult. I've seen people hire virtual assistants or have assistants that can manage the Zoom call so the primary speaker can focus on their content or moderating or leading the conversation, but not having to do the back office kind of stuff, the muting people that makes, are ruffling papers or eating at their lunch or have to take a phone call. They can mute people's audio or video if they're doing weird things like in the bathroom or whatever. So Zoom works for that purpose, but it works best if you have more than one person doing it. It's good to manage large calls, but it's not the greatest quality. I don't love their interface. There's other ways to do it better. If you want to do something fun, check out House Party or Facebook Rooms. If you're going to do a conference or some kind of speaking thing where you have a couple speakers and you want to have more control over what's seen on the screen, try Streamyard. But again, most of us are just used to Zoom. It's going to be around for a while. We might as well learn how to use it best. So that's the great video chat face-off, right? If you want to learn more about how to use these tools, especially if you're not sure if you want to be the one managing them, if you want somebody else to set everything up, so all you got to do is show up and speak, train, educate, have a VA do that for you, right? I have a team of virtual assistants that allow you to focus on what you do best so you can hire for all the rest. So besides video conferencing, if you want help with online media, if you want to set up the meetings, you want to use Eventbrite or Meetup to set up the meetings, we can integrate those. If you want to have this published on your social media, both pre, during, and post, whatever you're doing for your video conferencing, we can help with that. Go ahead and text the word data to 26786 if you want to get started today. Tell us that you want to have a VA help you manage your online meetings, in the promotion, in the running of the meetings, in the post-meeting follow-up, whatever it is you need, we can help you with. That's what we specialize in at Sonic VA. You can learn more about us at sonicva.com, sonicva.com, or again, text the word data, D-A-T-A, to 26786. So that's my walkthrough of the video conferencing apps. There are several dozen other ones out there, but those are the main ones that I've heard about and think are cool. Skype has been around forever. Zoom is the one everyone's using, but check out some of the newer ones. I highly recommend Streamyard. I highly recommend House Party and Facebook Rooms. Thanks a lot for your time. I hope you learned something new today, and go out and have a great day.